Toyota built its empire on reliability, but let's be real, not every Toyota engine deserves that reputation. Some of them were so bad they left owners carrying oil in the trunk like a spare tire. And yet, a few others are so tough, they're still running 500,000 miles later, long after the rest of the truck has rusted away. In this video, we're breaking down the 3 worst Toyota engines that destroy trust, and the 4 best that built Toyota's bulletproof legacy. And trust me, the most reliable Toyota engine ever made is still shocking mechanics to this day. Let's get into it. The 3 worst Toyota engines. Number 3, Toyota 1ZZFE 1.8-liter i4. The 1ZZFE was Toyota's attempt at a modern 4-cylinder for the Corolla, Celica, MR2, Matrix, and even the Pontiac Vibe. On paper, efficient. In reality, an oil-guzzling nightmare. Owners reported burning through a quart of oil every 75 miles. That's not a typo. People had to keep jugs of oil in their trunk just to get to work. The problem traced back to tiny piston oil return holes that clogged with carbon, seizing piston rings and letting oil burn in the combustion chamber. And it didn't stop there. The timing chain stretched at just 60 to 90,000 miles, throwing off the engine's timing and racking up repair bills. Fixing it often meant a full teardown, costing $2,600 to $5,000. Question for you, would you keep feeding oil into an engine like this, or would you cut your losses and swap it out? Drop your take in the comments. Number 2, Toyota 3VZE 3.0-liter V6. The 3VZE, found in Toyota pickups and 4Runners from 88 to 95, became infamous for head gasket failures. The issue wasn't one single flaw, it was a storm of bad engineering. First, the asbestos-free head gaskets of the late 80s were weak. Then Toyota added a terrible crossover pipe design that cooked the number 6 cylinder. The result? Blown head gaskets, warped heads, and coolant mixing with oil. A recipe for engine death. To make matters worse, the engine only made 150 horsepower. Underpowered, unreliable, and expensive to fix. Head gasket repairs often cost more than the truck itself was worth. Some Toyota trucks earned bulletproof reputations, but not this one. If you owned a 3VZE, would you have sunk thousands into repairs or sent it straight to the scrapyard? Number 1, Toyota 2AZFE 2.4-liter i4. And now the worst Toyota engine ever built, the 2AZFE. Millions of Camrys, Corollas, Scions, and Matrix models were equipped with it between 2006 and 2011. This wasn't just bad luck, it was a design disaster. Poorly engineered pistons and rings caused extreme oil consumption. Some owners burned a quart every 75 miles. That's 15 extra quarts a year just to keep it alive. On top of that, blue smoke, clogged catalytic converters, and even head bolt threads pulling out of the block. Toyota only extended the warranty after a class action lawsuit, and many owners were left stranded. If the 1ZZ-FE was bad, the 2AZ-FE was catastrophic. But here's the flip side. Toyota also built some engines so strong that they defined the brand's reputation. Let's get into the 4 best. The 4 best Toyota engines. Number 4, Toyota GR Series 1 GRFE 4.0-liter V6 and 2 GRFE 3.5-liter V6. The GR Series replaced Toyota's older V6 and inline 6 designs, and they got it right. The 1 GRFE powered trucks and SUVs like the Tacoma, 4Runner, FJ Cruiser, and even the Land Cruiser. The 2 GRFE went into Camrys, Avalons, Siennas, and Lexus models, even winning Ward's 10 Best Engine Award. These engines are known for versatility and durability. Sure, coil packs and water pumps can fail, and timing chain and tensioners wear after 150,000. But these are manageable issues. Nothing catastrophic like Toyota's disasters. The GR Series proves that Toyota could modernize without giving up reliability. Which one would you take? The truck-ready 1 GR or the smooth, powerful 2 GR? Number 3, Toyota 3 URFE 5.7-liter V8. When Toyota introduced the 3 URFE in 2006, they weren't just building another truck engine, They were going after the American heavyweights. This 5.7-liter V8 powers the Tundra, Sequoia, and Land Cruiser, and Toyota made sure it could handle serious abuse. How serious? Before launch, they racked up over 1.3 million kilometers of durability testing. That's more than 800,000 miles of torture runs before they even let customers touch it. In the real world, this engine easily pushes 300,000 to 400,000 miles with proper maintenance. Mechanics often joke that the body of the truck will rust away long before the 3URFE gives up. One of the smartest upgrades Toyota made was ditching the timing belt for a chain, meaning owners no longer had to worry about expensive belt replacements every 90,000 miles. With a properly maintained timing chain, you're looking at an engine that can last the life of the truck. Of course, no engine is flawless. The water pump tends to start leaking around 60,000 miles, and the driver's side timing chain tensioner can stick on cold starts. Repairs can be pricey if you let issues pile up. A big service bill can run into the thousands. But here's the thing, compared to domestic V8s from the same era, the 3URFE is a tank. It shrugs off high mileage, heavy towing, and years of punishment that would send other engines to the scrapyard. So let me ask you, if you needed to tow heavy loads for the next 15 years, would you put your faith in this Toyota V8? Or would you roll the dice with a domestic big block? Number 2. Toyota 2JZ GTE 3.0-liter i6 twin-turbo. One word says it all: legendary. The 2JZ GTE isn't just an engine. It's a global icon. Originally built for the Toyota Supra and Lexus GS, it became one of the most over-engineered power plants of the 1990s and early 2000s. Start with the foundation: an indestructible cast iron block, a forged steel crankshaft, oversized bearings, and a multi-layer steel head gasket. Toyota essentially built the bottom end to survive abuse that no stock street engine should have to endure. The result? This inline six can make 600 horsepower on bone stock internals. No upgrades, no tricks. With basic reinforcement, it'll hold 800 horsepower. And with extreme builds, tuners have pushed it past 2,000 horsepower, still using the original block. But here's what makes the 2JZ truly special. It's not just a monster when modified, it's also rock-solid reliable in everyday driving. The inline six layout is naturally balanced, reducing vibration and stress on components. That's why teardowns of engines with 300,000 or even 400,000 miles often show minimal wear. In fact, one documented teardown at 415,000 miles revealed internals that still look serviceable. Of course, nothing is bulletproof. The stock sequential twin-turbo system can be complex, and JDM versions with ceramic turbos don't handle high boost very well. Many owners swap to single-turbo setups for both reliability and performance. But even with its quirks, the 2JZ GTE's combination of strength, smoothness, and tuning potential made it a legend in both stock and modified form. So here's the real question. If you had a 2JZ GTE sitting in your garage, would you leave it stock to appreciate its engineering? Or would you build it into a 1,000 horsepower monster? Number 1. Toyota 22RE 2.4-liter i4. And finally, the undisputed king of Toyota reliability, the 22RE. Produced from 1982 to 1995, this 2.4-liter inline-four wasn't glamorous, and it definitely wasn't fast. But it earned a reputation that no other Toyota engine has been able to match. You'll find it in pickups, 4Runners, and Hilux trucks. The same vehicles that cemented Toyota's dominance in the truck world. On paper, it made just 105 horsepower. Not much, but here's the trick. Toyota deliberately understressed it. With simple engineering, conservative tuning, and overbuilt internals, the 22RE was designed to keep running no matter what. That's why it's completely normal to see these engines crossing 300,000 miles. 500,000 isn't unusual either. And yes, there are documented examples pushing 600,000 and even 700,000 miles on the original block. Maintenance was refreshingly simple. The biggest service item? A timing chain replacement about every 100,000 miles. Do that, change the oil, and you'd have an engine that outlasts the truck around it. Many owners will tell you, Long after the frame rusted through, the 22RE was still idling like it wanted to go another 100,000. This engine is the reason Toyota trucks from the 80s and 90s became legends. When domestic trucks were plagued with quality issues, Toyota's little four-cylinder proved that reliability could be engineered, mile after mile, decade after decade. So let me throw this out there. If you had to bet your life on a Toyota engine surviving 500,000 miles, would you take the humble, indestructible 22RE? Or would you roll the dice on the more powerful but more complex 2JZ GTE? So there you have it. Toyota's split personality in engine form. On one side, you've got the oil burners and blown head gaskets that owners still complain about to this day. And on the other, engines so tough they'll keep running long after the odometer stops counting. But here's the fun part. The story isn't finished. Which Toyota engine do you think deserves to be called the best of all time? Was it the unkillable 22RE, the legendary 2JZ, or maybe a hidden gem we didn't cover here? Drop your pick in the comments. I want to see which engine takes the crown from the people who know them best. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that subscribe button. Around here, we don't do sugar-coated car talk. We dig into the engines, the trucks, and the history that really matters. What should we tackle next? More Toyota legends? The worst Ford engines ever built? Or maybe a countdown of pickup trucks that should have never made it to production? Your ideas drive this channel, so let me know what you want to see.